Welcome back to the channel. So it's approximately 8 a.m. and we're trying to get out earlier to try and dodge the heat wave that comes from 9-10 onwards. We've had lots of thunderstorms recently and scattered rain, and with the intense heat it's just sending everything in the garden to be growing like a jungle basically. So we're going to spend the mornings trying to do a little patch every day, and then we can get back on and crack on with some indoor jobs.
So because absolutely everything went crazy almost overnight, we're focusing on one patch at a time, and we've already weeded out this patch of carrots. These carrots are a little bit more sporadic than the ones we're focusing on now, just because they were old seeds and some came through, some didn't. So that's okay. We've got the majority of the weeds out of this patch, and we're working on this one now. It doesn't even, you can't even differentiate between the weeds and the plants anymore. It just looks like a field of green. So we got these ones, they've grown pretty big. But the main concern really is I don't know what it's called, we call it bogweed.
Yeah, it just strangles everything.
It just wraps around every plant. If you pull this out, mate, can you grab it? Oh, yeah. I mean, it normally takes, I mean, you can see the white flowers. It takes
everything with it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're working on, and hopefully the entire patch will be looking more like carrots.
Yeah, that's a pretty one. Okay, so it's approximately 9:30 now. So we've been at it for about just over an hour. We managed to clear the second carrot patch. So that's looking a lot better than what it did this morning. We also managed to check on the tomatoes. They're all doing super well. So that guy will start going to red tomatoes pretty soon. We also managed to de-weed the cherry tomatoes, which are these guys, and also prepare for the next stage of cucumbers. So we've got one cucumber there, second one there, little yellow flower there, and now we've just planted some more across and de-weeded that bit. So that is it for now. The sun intensity is getting super hot. So we're going to come back out later if the mosquitoes allow, because they always come out around tea time, and try and get some more weeding done. Okay, so we didn't end up doing much yesterday afternoon. It was just too hot. It reached 45 by like tea time. So yesterday was a write-off after we did that weeding earlier in the video. So it's a new day. It's overcast. We're due a thunderstorm within the next 24 to 40 hours. So I'm going to try and tackle the jungle of the garden and get the mower out, whilst Nish is trying to get on top of some of the hand weeding of the plot where we're growing. So let's see how far we get. Okay, so I got almost halfway through and I've just left the lawnmower in the shade of that tree to cool down a bit, because it's struggling a little bit in the heat. We thought it was going to be a lot cooler today because we came out overcast and saw some rain clouds in the horizon, but it's already reaching 30 and I am absolutely dripping wet from sweat. So whilst the lawnmower is cooling down, I mean, you can see the difference. It's doing super good. So whilst the lawnmower is cooling down, let's go see what Nish has been doing. And then we could do a bit of hoeing for half an hour to an hour. Get these paths cleared before the rain. Okay, so what are you up to now?
Checking out, see if there's any suckers on the tomato plants. I'm just thinning them out, really. Like this guy, this is a sucker.
And what's a sucker, to those who don't know?
New plant growth. It's not part of the parent plant.
Usually grows in the armpits of a existing one, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it kind of steals the energy from the parent plant. So, I mean, I don't know if you have to take them all off, but our neighbour insists that it's what's best for them.
Yeah.
It's a big one here. You see that? It's a totally separate plant from the parent, so you just snip it off. But then it'll invest more energy into the tomatoes. Look at these. Look at these beauties.
We've got some more little ones coming there.
Yeah, and with the weather so far this year, we are still yet to have watered the garden.
Apart from just like the fresh transplanted ones.
Yeah, we've noticed that a lot of people over here in Bulgaria tend to grow their tomatoes in a tunnel, and we think that that is to keep control of moisture, of water, because tomatoes are very finicky and they need a very consistent amount of water going to the roots.
And what happens when the water is too much and it's not routine for the plant? Prime example here.
You normally get bottom rot on the tomatoes, but that bottom rot can actually spread to the entire plant. So this plant was doing really well, and it's got 2 little tomatoes on it, which is such a shame. They're actually still alright somehow. Normally they rot on the bottom of the tomatoes first, but it's just travelled through the entire plant.
And any future fruits, even if it is damaged, it can still blossom.
Oh. I was gonna say
Maybe not this one.
Even though it's dying, it was still trying to come through. Look, there's still yellow flowers on there. But yeah, this is gonna have to come out, unfortunately. But you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Okay, so whilst Nisha's doing a little bit of weeding of the onions there, this is supposed to be a path where this little chair is, and it used to go left towards the leeks. Obviously the leeks have been well overtaken by the invasive weeds. So I'm going to try and hoe this kind of 1 foot wide pathway, and it goes down there like that. And you can see, sorry Nish, you can see that the weeding from the carrots has left a nice little mulch there on the path, and it's helping a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, before the hot weather, we was out here every day trying to control every single weed that came up. And somebody actually said to us, you're probably doing more damage than good, because any weeds will be holding moisture into the ground. So we listened to that, and now we just kind of let nature do its thing.
Yeah, work with nature, not against it.
Well, we're chasing our tail constantly, trying to fight against nature. So yeah, trying to work with instead of fight against.
So let's try and get on top of this path. Okay, that's the path done. Just a little bit of a mulchy bit at the end there.
there. So 10 points for the first person who can guess or remember what we planted in this.
Can you spot any?
Yeah, I found one.
Found another.
So this is our task for the next God knows how long. Yeah, good job, Nish. That turned out better than expected. We actually found quite a few than what we thought.
I think we've lost a couple, but we put more in than what we needed anyway. So.
Yeah. So this row was supposed to be a row of 4. So we got this guy, that guy, and then no more. So.
And it's actually quite surprising because the ones that have been like suffocated by weeds have had to grow faster to get more sunlight. So these guys are actually doing better than the ones that we did weed out over here.
Yeah.
And there's still moisture in the ground. And to say we had 45-degree heat yesterday.
You would have thought at least a few inches down it would have been bone dry, but.
Yeah, I mean it's been above 30 for like the past week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna mulch this.
Yeah, we've got like some homemade wood chips. So let's go get them, give them a bit of mulching before the water comes, so at least we can hold some. The mulch is over here. Okay. So we get this little plant pot full of mulch. So people thought we were crazy painting the hallway with a single 1-inch brush. Well, Nish has actually cut all these pieces of bark herself with scissors. So that just shows you how crazy we are. Right, I got the mulch.
This tree is only 1 year old. It's its second growing season. And we're already harvesting fruit. And they're delicious. Look at my gardener's hands.
You need to put them in your pouch. And you can go pouch.
In there?
Yeah. Any more?
Yeah. Oh my. I'm getting attacked.
So that's the Marabellas harvested. Done as much as we can before dinner. And now it's time to hydrate, keep the fluids up and get something to eat. Okay, so super productive day, and we've just timed it right. We knew the storm was coming, and I'm going to turn it around in a minute to show you what we're up against for the next probably at least 20 hours into tomorrow. So managed to cut all the grass, managed to even harvest some marabella or cherry plum. Please help us in the comment section identify it if you know what they are. The garden plot is getting tidier, but there's still a lot more work to do. The wind's picking up, so I think it's time to get indoors and batter down the hatches. So thank you very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe if you want to see more, and we will see you in the next video. But for now, like a nost.